What is up, YouTube? Kyron back up in here with another video, and today we have 10 brands. Whoa, what the hell? Why put up one hand? 10 brands that made an impact this year for fall winter 2019, all the fashion shows. I went through them. I made a little list for you guys of the 10 brands that made an impact in my own opinion. Some of these brands didn't make as much noise in my personal books, but I'm going to discuss it. They made an impact overall though. Like, a lot of people were talking about them, and these were the ones that were most recommended to me by you guys on my Instagram. GOTSWEIGE is the best way to relay information back and forth with me when it comes to the channel. I was asking different people like what they wanted to see as far as the shows went for this past Paris Fashion Week that just happened. These were the brands that people wanted my opinions on, at least. So I'm gonna get into it. I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on a lot of it. Some of them up and coming, some of them pretty relevant. So we'll start off at the top of the list. First off is Casablanca. There's no specific order of like worst to least at all. This is just the order that I put the pictures in. So first off is Casablanca. Sorry for looking at my phone. All of the pictures are on my phone. Casablanca Fall Winter 2019 show. This is an up and coming brand for me. I don't know how established it is. If you guys have heard about this for a while, definitely let me know. I found out about this brand through Zach Maklovich. He is one of the operators over at St. Woods. Shout out to the whole St. Woods team. They're kind of the reason why I threw the past birthday video. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely go make sure to check that out. I'll put a card on the screen. But shout out to Zach and the whole team at St. Woods. They went to Paris Fashion Week and they went to this show, and he was documenting it on his story, and I was very interested in everything that was going on. I just had a couple pictures screenshotted from Vogue, ones that just caught my attention. First off, we have this piece that is kind of like a motif sweater. This is something that I feel like is going to be a trend for fall winter 2019 going into 2020. We're gonna see a whole lot of these sweaters, like just these knit sweaters with whatever graphic on the front. It's obviously going to be woven into the sweater. This one specifically has a bunch of either tangerines or oranges. I don't know my fruits, but I do like this sweater. The black is better. I feel like if it was a white, I wouldn't like it too much, but black sweater, good looks. This specifically, I did not like the way they styled this outfit. This is the next one I'm going to get into, but these pink silk or satin pants, I like them a lot. They give a nice shimmer to the whole outfit. These pants on themselves, I feel like I'd be able to incorporate them in some like weird Scarface type of looking outfit with some very eccentric boots and some type of white coat or white blazer. And also the noteworthy part of this whole show is that Gunna, the Lord, the style icon Gunna, the drip lord, Dripper Down, you already know, Gunna was on the runway, which I wasn't not surprised that Gunna walked the runway, but they didn't do him the best with the outfit that they chose. I like the overcoat. The rest of the outfit, I feel like it doesn't do his figure most just. I feel like the pants could have been a little better, and the way the upper hugs his body is just not the most flattering. Also, the footwear is kind of like, it isn't balanced correctly. It's like too much contrast between the white and the tan. That chain by Elliot is crazy. Like, that's one of Elliot's craziest chains I feel like he's done. But yeah, Aviani & Co. went off. Next brand is going to be Trois Paradis, Montreal's very own. They're making a lot of noise in fashion recently. This fall winter 2019 is probably one of my favorite seasons they've ever done. They've made like a lot of teasers on their Instagram ever since Paris Fashion Week went on. They've just been teasing hella clothes. Very, very standout pieces in this whole fall winter 2019 range. So I'm going to start into it right now. The first one that stood out to me was these emerald green cargo pants, but they're made out of corduroy. Cargo pants, corduroy, green, chick. That's all notes that hit me like right on the head. I love all of those, and into a combo of one entity of an item. That's hitting home right there for me. You already know. Definitely would be interested in picking up those cargo pants, depending on the price, obviously. Emmerich is doing a phenomenal job. I don't mind supporting Emmerich at all. Local Montreal talent. He's doing a great job with everything that he's putting out recently, especially this one. This is like one of my favorite collections he's ever done. Going into more of it, he has these new jeans that he's putting out. They kind of have like these octopus tentacles coming from the seam of the bottom of the pant. I don't think I've seen anything like it. I would assume it's a screen print because of the detail in it. I just wonder how long that would last though, like if it would chip away. The presentation of it itself is crazy. Next one, another one of these motif sweaters with like woven detailing and knitted detailing. This one is pretty nice because you could kind of see the depth within it. Some of it is more risen from the garment and some of it is more in the background, and I like it a lot. The sun is kind of frayed off with some of the threads protruding out from the garment also. It's kind of like a rising sun or a setting sun, depends on your interpretation. And then it has like a little bird on the chest. Very nice colors. I'm sure the knit is phenomenal and very comfortable. I just can't wait to see that in person. Emmerich, once again, crazy job. That's Trois Paradis. Make sure to go check them out if you haven't heard about them before.
Open up again. Let me know the next time I can fuck again. Let me know if next time you can bring a friend.
The Dior show. Kim Jones is heading Dior nowadays. A lot of people were hyping it up, so I was curious to see what was going on with the Dior show. There's only a couple of items that really stood out to me though. So for me, their accessories, they kill it. Obviously, Kim Jones has Matthew Williams on board doing the belts and clasps for like almost every part of the Dior show. So in retrospect, it is like having Kim Jones do all the garments, and then every little piece of detailing has a little Matthew Williams sprinkled in there. So you know what I mean? It's not the most original. I don't know what he should have done. Actually, I don't even know if this is a smart idea to put it in the Dior show also Matthew Williams' work. So I feel like he should have probably just had Matthew Williams head the whole Dior at that. But Kim Jones has more of like a stamp to uphold the whole house, you know what I mean? So aside from all that, I don't mind all of the bags and the belts because they have that obvious Alyx influence in it, and also the side bags have been pretty interesting also. Kind of have like a little cylinder vibe to it. Nice little shape to them, not pretty traditional in comparison to a lot of the other side bags that I have been seeing recently. So, and lastly from Dior, the distressed leather work jacket. I like a lot of leather work that a lot of these brands have been putting out recently, especially like any type of distressed leather also grabs my attention quite easily. I'm a sucker for vintage leather. What can I say? Overall, for that show, I found it kind of underwhelming. From everyone that was telling me the hype is crazy about it, and then everyone was like, yo, you should put your opinions on the show. I wasn't really impressed, to be honest. Like, I'm sorry, Kim Jones, it just didn't hit home for me this year. Maybe next year. Vetements Fall Winter 19. A lot of people feel like Vetements has been falling off recently. I don't know. Me personally, I've always found at least 1 or 2 or 3 things from Vetements whole season that I actually settle with and I actually do like. Nothing that I'm like, oh my god, I have to purchase right now. In life, I always feel like I just want at least like 1 Vetements hoodie in my life and I'll be content. But apart from that, like Vetements is not like my end all be all favorite brand of all time. But I did find a couple pieces in the show and I feel like I should touch note on in this video. First one that was like, what the hell is this? Fuzzy pink coat. One of my friends, Creds, he's a rapper out here in Montreal. He wears very eccentric things and I pictured him in this coat right away. Even me, I could picture in this. If I was going to Fashion Week, I would probably bust this out. This thing is so loud and so crazy and just mind-blowing. I don't know what I like about it, but I think it's just because it's so over the top and it's just catching like all of my senses are just going off the scale when I see this coat. The mohair cardigan, I want to get more of them. I haven't been lucky with thrifting a lot of them, so I feel like I might have to buy into one pretty soon. I don't mind investing in a good cardigan because I know I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of it, so this might be one of those. Not necessarily though, because I've been looking at undercover ones and number 9 ones also, so I might dive into the little archive department when it comes to cardigans, so I might have to hit up Fernando at Silver League for that one. Next up is the white hoodie. This one was funny to me because Vetements is seen as like a parody brand. A lot of people don't take it too seriously. I take a lot of their pieces seriously, but I see where they get the parody name from and the parody notions from. When they make pieces like this, it says, it's my birthday and all I got was this overpriced hoodie from Vetements. This is hilarious because this is probably a lot of the situation or circumstances that rich kids get into and they're like, oh my god, I just got this hoodie from Vetements. This is exactly it. 1.4K on a hoodie and they just make fun of you on a hoodie. It's funny as hell. Whoa, I had to go answer the door. My apologies, I am back. Let's get back into this video. But yes, that white hoodie is quite hilarious. I feel like if this came in a black, I'd kind of be tempted to get it. If it has the writing on the top of the hood, that's kind of what I go for because I like when it says the little date and it says the Vetements because I'm a brand whore. You already know. Hype beast of the year, Kyron, your boy, got sways. Shout out to the people. Louis Vuitton topic of discussion, the boy Virgil Abloh, everyone's punching bag, it seems like. It's either you love Virgil or you hate Virgil. You don't like that he steals designs on one hand, and then you love that he makes the Nike Off-Whites on the other. You know what I mean? There's no middle ground with Virgil Abloh. It was heavily inspired by the late, great Michael Jackson. How do I feel about it being inspired by Michael Jackson? I really enjoy when they do conceptual work when it comes to fashion shows and stuff like that. We'll get into piece by piece what I do like from the show. The oversized embossed backpack, so funny. It's literally like such a funny meme. I'm gonna see a whole lot of people from all the exchange students from my college definitely gonna buy this bag next year. I'm gonna pull up to LaSalle after I graduate and just gonna scout out and see who buys this backpack, because this is gonna be hilarious. And I'm sure it's gonna be over $5,000 for sure, like 100%, maybe even 10. I imagine bringing that through TSA. Bring that through TSA, bro. Oh my god, so jokes. The black cargo pants, cozy, very baggy, huge pockets. They remind me of the cargo pants that I released with Ore NYC. The fact that they protrude out of the sides, like the pockets are external from the pant. I feel like that is a cool little piece for the Louis show. The monogram canvas tactical coat is what I'm calling it. That's just what I wrote down for it to be. I don't know what the official name of it is. I like this because it reminds me of like Dapper Dan, like, or all the old bootleg outfits, like from like the, I don't know, it was like the 80s era type thing, 80s or 90s, whichever it was. When Dapper Dan was like doing his spins off, like buying key balls and then repurposing the canvas and putting it into his own ideas and stuff like that. I feel like this is really cool because this is something that I feel like Louis would never put out without Virgil being the head of it. Definitely gonna be an arm and a leg though, like 15K. Even more, maybe 20 or something like that. Along that range. Out of Kyron's pocket range, definitely off the hip. The white dancing sweater, another one of these motif knitted sweaters. Gonna be a trend definitely for the fall winter season coming up. Not this year, but next year. I like it better as a sweater as opposed to the hoodie. The hoodie version I'm not feeling at all. I feel like they could do without that, but the sweater is very nice. I don't mind that it's a white sweater. I feel like, yeah, of course it's gonna get dirty, but the images on it of the people dancing look way better and stand out-ish with the white background. The last piece of clothing for the Louis show that I appreciated was, like, I'm calling it the We Are the World sweater, because that's what I get the vibes from, including Michael Jackson as the inspiration and everything like that. Another one of these motif sweaters that I'm telling you about that's gonna be quite trendy in the next coming year. I like it. I feel like if they did another colorway of this, I'd like it a little bit more, because this grayish type one is not all the way 100% for me, but I do like the graphics on it. The last item, which is the best piece from the Louis show, hands down, is this pink translucent keep all. Is fucking crazy. It's so nice, bro. Like, this is like, if this came out in like Paris Hilton's time of her peak, she would be with this bag everywhere. TMZ would be catching her slipping with this bag, going crazy. Oh my god, this is like primetime Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan status right here, and I'm living for it because I kind of want it. I kind of want this bag. For my first Louis traveling luggage bag, this might have to be it, bro. I have to flex up, get the bands up in my first bag. Not even be the classic monogram. It has to be the pink translucent. That's how I'm coming. 2019, not celibacy, pink translucent bags. You're continuing on. I really like this. I feel like this will go up in value in the future, along with like how Murakami had his monogram afflage bags and stuff like that. I feel like this will be in the category of that, like those nostalgic Louis bags that are just timeless as it goes for the person who's the head of the house, like as Marc Jacobs had his graffiti bag and stuff like that. I feel like it's going to be in that category of nostalgic key balls for sure.
How was it? Fine. You see me? How was that going? I was going crazy.
To the next one is going to be the Off-White show, not the Louis show, the Off-White show, his main line. There's a couple fits that I enjoy from this. Like I said before, I know Virgil is a punching bag for some of the people in the fashion industry. I don't know why a lot of people hate him. I can do nothing but respect Virgil from the past conversations I've had with him and all the hard work and dedication I know he puts in. I know he might steal designs from other people. I know he might be a little bit too inspired sometimes for some people. But for me, I appreciate the work that he puts in. I don't love everything Virgil does. I'm not a true hypebeast, but I do appreciate some of the things that he puts out into the universe. So I'm gonna cover those things. That's what I'm gonna do right now. The first fit is by far my favorite outfit from this whole show. One of the pieces that stood out to me the most, which is these like red cowboy boots. Love the harness detailing on it. Like it's kind of like a metallic chain that wraps around the whole bottom. Very Western. I've been feeling this whole Western vibe recently, so I would definitely incorporate that into some sick outfits, I feel like. But this whole outfit is pretty cohesive and not too over the top off-whitish, you know what I mean? It's not too cringy, it's not too hype-beasty. I like when he does stuff like this. Another good play on to the cowboy boots that he has. This is the black version, but then he dresses it up. This is kind of how I wear my Balenciaga harness boots. I wanted to include this into the video because I feel like this is a perfectly styled outfit for the show. They took the cowboy boots and they did their own little interpretation of how to make it dress down. The overcoat, I like the suiting. He's doing amazing tailoring this season. This is by far one of his better seasons for sure in a while. Going on to like some of the women's wear that he included into the men's collection. These all over print bodysuits are crazy. Right away when I first seen them, I thought of the Claremont twins. They're definitely gonna do an outfit in this. Like there's no mistaking it. The Claremont twins are gonna go off in this, okay? This is by far like one of the nicer like women's wear pieces within the menswear collection, if that makes sense. And the helmets was just like a weird like theatrical play on the whole show itself. Next up, the light gray Offset Honcho. Offset was in the show. I feel like you definitely need like a little spice in these fashion shows recently. You need something that's going to be kind of clickbait, kind of like that's going to grab the headlines. And obviously if you have Offset or Thou Who Shall Be Named later in this segment of the video, if you have these star-studded people in your show, you're definitely going to have people like, oh my God, like Cardi B's husband walks an off-white show. I'd have to click on this. Click, you know what I mean? This is great. I don't know, like Offset isn't the most fashionable person that I know, but at the same time, I know it's going to get clicks. I know it's going to do everything that Virgil wants for the show, so it's not too bad. The jacket that he's wearing itself, not my favorite. I love puffy jackets, but this is not one of my favorites. I feel like the side bag thing, you don't really need it on a jacket. It's not practical because then you have to like whip it over. Offset's chains, crazy. Shout out to Elliot, you already know. Another one of these motif knitted sweaters. You guys are gonna hear me say this a whole lot throughout all of this video because there seems to be a trend. Like I said before, almost every other brand that I've been talking about so far in this video has had one of these knitted sweaters in it. I like this because you already know, Yellow Gang certified. I feel like if they put the green off-white logo where the red was, it would be a little bit better, or just keep it black. I'm not a fan of the type of red that they put onto this yellow, and I would probably get it in a bigger size because I don't like the way it fits. I would prefer a bit more oversized, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. And I don't like that they styled it with the off-white construction belt. That is so cringe to me. I can't deal. Continuing on to a sweater that I know is gonna sell out. I know it's gonna be super hype because none other than Playboi Carti is wearing this sweater. A lot of people were turning heads. A lot of people were like, damn, this sweater is fire. Of course, because Carti's wearing it, a lot of people are gonna rock with it. I don't blame them. It looks really nice. Whoever styled Carti's outfit for this, probably Virgil or someone along the team for Off-White, did a really good job with the selection of putting Carti in this. And also he broke out the blonde hair for the first time on the runway. This is a good look on Carti. Blonde era anyone is legendary. Look back to Thugger, you already know. Thugger with the blonde hair is an epidemic, so we can only imagine a whole lot of red's gonna be freaking good. Going back to this knitted sweater, my boy Drew wore like a couple of them, and then this is what kind of drew my attention to how to style them. He has like the CELINE skeleton one, and then he has like the Hellraiser one. I took a couple pictures of him in it, and he was in the past video of my birthday, so I'm pretty sure you guys have seen Drew before. I feel like this is just gonna be a really good look for fall winter of next year. A lot of people are gonna gravitate towards the style. I wish this came in the yellow font once again too, but the green is sick too. I just want to have something different because I know if I get this, everyone's gonna be like, yo, you got it because Carti got it. But we'll see. Continuing on to the next brand, Raf Simons, fall winter 2019. A whole lot of coats. Not much differentiation for the uppers aside from a whole lot of coats. First one is this trench coat, like has like a khaki color to it, belted at the waist, adds for a nice silhouette to the whole outfit itself. Nice drapery. Not too much else I could say about it, but it belted at the waist creates a really nice vibe for it. I don't like that hat at all. It looks very weird to me. I don't know what's up with that hat. Another one of these leather trench coats, another trend I feel like. Also belted at the waist, creates a little weird silhouette, but I like it as a whole. It's very long. I feel like if this was a bit shorter, it would be a little more comfortable. We have the yellow overcoat, similar style to the leather one, but without the belt. This yellow is so beautiful. Whoever picked the Pantone or the colorway of this exact yellow did a really good job because I really like this shade of yellow. belt. It's almost perfect. I wish that it had a belt at the waist, baby, because I feel like it would add to like the whole consistency of what the other trench coats we're looking at before. Next coat, I told you there's a lot of coats. Pink one, I like that it's double-breasted, a little switch up from the rest of them that were colored at the neck. I like this just because of the color. The color is very vibrant, very beautiful. This parka, very like Americana, Vietnam War inspired for sure. It's definitely going to be very overpriced though. I just wanted to note that you could definitely get an alternative of this and make it look very similar. Another yellow coat at the end just to tie it all off. This is more of like a mustard yellow though, and I'd prefer this length on the other yellow coat, and I feel like that would be perfect, or maybe even that shade of yellow on the other one that I like, but on this style of coat. That's how I feel about it. Rick Owens, one of my favorite designers for sure, like top 5 for me for the fall winter 2019. These are a couple of the pieces that I was feeling from the whole show. Overall, a lot of people, when they were talking to me about this show, they feel like Rick was very reserved with this collection. I felt the same way. I feel like he held back for some reason. I don't know what it is. I feel like he probably like expected that him playing with colors was already enough, and if he went a bit over the top end with the colors, it would be a little bit too much on both ends. But I feel like him playing with the colors, I feel like it's just whenever he's in that mood to do so. But I always expect Rick to be over the top, so I don't mind when he does both. So I feel like next season or whatever season, he could definitely do that. This is definitely like more ready to wear. Like everyone could pretty much wear whatever's in this, if you're into Rick, that is. But yeah, first off, what I wanted to touch on is this like red side bag. It reminds me of like some old Chanel pieces. Ruigi has been wearing a couple things that are similar to this nature, but also it's found in a lot of Rick side bags and stuff like that. I like this a lot. Red's one of my favorite colors as well. Definitely really nice. This is something that stood out to me in the show. They have like these 2 panels of pochettes on each side of the coat, but they're just leather pochettes on like a standard like blazer type cut coat thing. I've never seen much like it. I'm sure like you could fit and add things into these pockets. They look huge, and the zipper is fat on them, so really enjoy that. These like washed black jeans from Rick. I feel like I want to find a really nice used Levi's pair just to like be an alternative if I don't want to get the Rick one. Obviously, I still have yet to like find like a wide black pair of denim that I enjoy. I missed out on the bare knuckle stuff, but hopefully when they drop the new stuff that I could probably get something from that to replace that void in my heart. Red overcoat, another trend. These overcoats are huge and they're really nice. The Rick Owens interpretation of it is really nice though. I like how the silhouette is with the wide trousers. They fall all the way to the ground, and to play with the colors. Whenever Rick does colors, he does it right. Normally he's in the black, but when he does the colors, he does it right. And also that magenta and white trouser plays nice with the red colors. To Alyx Studios, this is by far my favorite piece. It's kind of, I don't know if it's like velvet or nylon-y. It's textured in a certain way, but it's like his classic puffer, and I believe it clasps at the neck. I don't know if this one does specifically, but I do enjoy like how it's puffy, but at the same time it's not too exaggerated. It's not too over the top. It sticks to your body. Modern, definitely, and sporty. It checks all of those marks for me. Also, I appreciate this side bag, but I'll touch on that a little bit later when you can see it a bit better. Side bag is really, really nice. I like how small the clasp is, like the little roller coaster clasp. I enjoy the small one now. It's a little more understated and not as bulky as the fat one, which I prefer. This outfit was just something I wanted to note on because it was kind of like Arc'teryx. It gave me that type of vibe, like very like sporty, mountain climbing, running in the rain type of thing. A lot of people in Montreal try to dress in this tactical type of way. And another Arc'teryx type of vibe that I got from it, kind of like these shell jackets that protect your whole mouth. Can't really see anything but the eyes, kind of like a little visor action. And then he has the dual bag situation going on. His side bags have been getting better and better every season. Those pants match nicely for this outfit as well. Another thing to note on with the side bags is that he's been like keeping the same formula as like a small strap, but then when it comes to the bag itself, it could have a whole bunch of different spins off. It could be a very slim one, it could be a fat one, it could be rectangular, square, whole bunch of different options for the bag. So I'm curious to see how the bags come out in the upcoming season. Another one of these puffers, but in silver/gray, and I like seeing that there's like females in the show too. Really shows the diversity that Alyx Studios has. It's kind of unisex. A lot of their pieces are pretty unisex. A lot of girls out in Montreal wear Alyx, and guys buy the female pieces. It goes vice versa, doesn't matter. Another one of these side bags, and I wanted to touch on how nice the color is on these pants. It's kind of like a rust color. It's really perfect. It looks like a distressed color, like a worn in color. Looks like it's been out in the field for years. Final thing I wanted to touch on, my personal favorite out of all of the shows. This probably might not be a popular opinion for a lot of people, and and I know it's kind of like taboo to even say. CELINE Fall Winter 2019. For me personally, I've always enjoyed Hedi Slimane's aesthetic. I don't know if it's Heidi or Hedi, whatever, I'm gonna call it Hedi. Anyway, Hedi Slimane's aesthetic I enjoy, okay? But for the purists, the fashion purists out there, I'm gonna go ahead and say a statement. I enjoyed what Phoebe Philo did for CELINE. I get it. She mastered the cut of CELINE for women across the world. She did a phenomenal job. I'll never discredit what Phoebe Philo did for CELINE. She did a magnificent job. But at the same time, we're in a new age of fashion where it's all about clicks, hype, what's gonna get the blogs talking, what people are gonna talk on Show Studio, all things like that. I understand why they added Hedi to CELINE. Like, they needed a menswear department for CELINE to get the buzz going back up. Menswear is super popping right now, so why not throw a designer that has been gone from his endeavors from leaving Saint Laurent, throw him into a whole new house and just let him wreak havoc and throw his aesthetic onto everything. Because I feel like whenever Hedi is attached to a house, he doesn't listen to anyone. He like attaches his own vibe to everything. Some people could say that's like selfish, but at the same time, like, he creates his own vibe and he does his own thing. People buy it time after time after again, and it's consistent. So you can't really get mad at him. There's no distinguishing his work from when he was at DIOR, from when he was at Saint Laurent, from when he's at CELINE. They're all kind of like a blurred line. I want to kind of see Hedi at his, like, have his own brand, like how Raf has his own brand, and then how Raf worked at DIOR. I would like to see something like that. I feel like him leaving Saint Laurent allowed for Mike Amiri to like fill that void of like rocker fashion, which is kind of annoying because I feel like Hedi took that lane for so long. Why did he leave it empty for Amiri to just come and swoop it up under his feet? That's for another conversation. We'll get into the pieces of the Fall Winter 2019 CELINE show. Sorry for that whole build-up. I just had to talk about it. I had to talk about it.
She just like me. My bitch, she just like me.
This is kind of like one that I want to mention because I'm kind of in this vibe too. It's been like Americana Western vibe for me, and then also like 70s stockbroker. When I have the mustache, that's kind of the vibes that I'm going for right now. This right here is my swag. It's definitely 70s stockbroker vibes. Really big, exaggerated shoulders, really defined, oversized, but then it gets really nice and tailored towards the leg. And these combat boots are beautiful. I can't wait to see more pictures of these and see how high they go, because I really do want a designer pair of combat boots after I've been learning how to style the Doc Martens a little bit better. I feel like I'm definitely down to invest in a really nice pair of combat boots. I just put this picture in just to show that this blurred line of him going from house to house is kind of like really apparent, because this, you cannot tell me that this has no similarity to a Teddy jacket by Saint Laurent. You cannot tell me. There's another one too. It looked kind of different but similar. Like, it looks almost the same without the collar, and I think Saint Laurent makes one with a collar. So like, you know what I mean? Like, he goes to house and it kind of looks the same. I feel like it's a bad thing for some people, it's a good thing for others, because like it's consistent, you know what I mean? But it's either you love it or you hate it. This like Tony the Tiger yellow coat, very exaggerated, very rock star, with the skinny pencil legs of all the Hedi Slimane models, is just for a perfect recipe of destruction that I enjoy. If I was a rapper or some type of crazy stylist, I definitely would be seen in this coat. This leather jacket is really dope because I feel like for the CELINE show, that's one thing that I was surprised that Hedi wasn't really good with, is that most of his moto leather jackets are like always to die for. He always kills the silhouette. I feel like they weren't as nice at CELINE. I don't like any of them. I only like this one specifically. So the leather looks perfect on it. Cut is perfect too. Those shoes, those pointy, looks like Chelsea's or along the lines of what Wyatt's were in Saint Laurent for this whole vibe, is definitely perfect, especially with the black shades. Like, he just looks like he's ready to take on the world. Last outfit is definitely my favorite, and I saved it for last for a reason. I feel like I could wear this head to toe. This is definitely something I would buy head to toe if I could. Man's with the dreads, he's killing it. These pants, I need these pants. I wanted a pair of crazy like skinny leather pants for so long. Like, it's so rock star and like timeless. And what I love about this whole CELINE show is that you could look so professional yet so ready to party at the same time. Like, it's an outfit for any type of situation. I love the way he's presenting the whole ambiance of all the clothes for this whole collection, and this is a perfect example of it because I would definitely buy this whole outfit. But I need these pants. I don't know how much they're gonna be. I'm down to save up for them, but but they're just crazy. Like, I love these leather pants. I have a pair of leather pants currently, but they're a little bit too big. So if anyone out there knows how to sew with leather and they live in Montreal, even if you live out of the States and you want to talk to me about it, I have a pair of leather pants. They just need to be tailored in the leg and also at the waist. They're a little bit too big. So if you know how to work that, I'll use that for the meantime until I can save up and get the CELINEs. You already know. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry if that was a really long video, but 10 brands and so many outfits to trim down and do my own research to get into one little bubble was a lot of work. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Really appreciate you guys stopping by the channel once again. If you guys will have any other video concepts for me to do, definitely make sure to mention those in the comments below, and make sure to go follow me on my Instagram if you guys want to stay in tune with any other video ideas, or like when I relay information to you guys back and forth. I normally do it on Instagram, so GOTSWEIGE, best place to keep in contact with me. I'm out, Kyron. I'm signing off. Peace. Street to see, that's just why they need a sidewalk. All them people tell me